Node has a built-in system for packaging reusable pieces of software. These pieces are called modules. A module is a self-contained series of one or more JavaScript files represented by an object. Let's take a look at the code we ran in the previous chapter. We used the require statement to pull in the core OS module. That module has several functions that we can use to determine things about the operating system. So in this case, we called the type function from the OS module and used it to construct this message. Let's go to the command line and run it. Change directory into desktop and run the script. Do node and then script.js. So again, it's showing the text. This script is running on Node.js version 0.8.1 on a Darwin-based operating system, and it's getting Darwin from that OS module. However, you're not limited to the modules that ship with Node.js. There are other modules that you can install as a part of your project. Here we have a project that's written in Node.js. There's another script file, and it's requiring Node-Markdown, and then it's assigning it to the parser object. Then finally, we're calling parser.markdown to change this markdown code into HTML. And then when we have the HTML, we're spitting it out on the console. To run this script, do node project/script.js. So you'll notice it transformed all of this markdown into HTML. Another thing you'll notice is the package.json file. This file tells us about our program and also allows us to define the dependencies that our program needs. The npm command can use this file to automatically find all the Node modules that you want to use and install them. It installs them in the node_modules folder within your project. So you'll notice we specified Node-Markdown as the dependency, and then npm created the Node-Markdown folder. npm put all the code for Node-Markdown in this folder. Finally, in addition to core modules and modules available through npm, you can define local modules. This is useful for when you want to separate your data from your code. This is an example of a local module that we've written. We're using the exports global provided by Node and then assigning properties to that global. These properties will be available as properties of our module. So in Fibonacci.js, we have the first few numbers of the Fibonacci sequence. In script.js, we're requiring the Fibonacci module. Notice we have a dot and a / before Fibonacci. That tells Node to load a local module rather than looking in Node modules or in the core module collection. We're then requiring that Fibonacci file and assigning it to the sequence object. Finally, we're accessing that data property from sequence and spitting it out to the console. Let's run this script now. Type in node data module script.js. And you'll notice we have that same array of numbers. Modules are a simple yet powerful way of separating JavaScript code into reusable pieces. Effective use of Node involves both prepackaged and custom local modules.